Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Jetpack? You guys ever see Back to the Future? I forget which one it was. Back to the Future 1, they go back to the 50s, right? And he has that weird Oedipus complex with Joe Costa, or with his mom. And then Back to the Future 2 is when he goes into the future, I think. And then Back to the Future 3, I think he goes into the 1800s. Is that right? But Back to the Future 2, it's like it's like every movie that I've seen about people in the past predicting the future, it seems like we always overestimate what technology we will have in the future, right? And some of it is understandably wrong, like a lot of like the expectations of having like a moon base. If you made like a movie in the 60s and 70s, maybe even 80s maybe, that we might have like moon bases on the moon by now. But I mean, they couldn't have, I guess, foreseen that we wouldn't nearly be traveling back to the moon as much. Turns out that was just a thing to one up the Soviets because we were upset they beat us to space. I had a point, but it just seems like we're like if there is a movie, like I just don't believe we're gonna have flying cars anymore. If there's a movie about if we were to create a movie today that I directed,
Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Oh, you will, thanks. Can you stop interrupting me? Me from the past or from the future? But that, like, if I were directing a movie today or producing about what society will be like in 100 years, I'm not putting in flying cars. Do not put in flying cars because they never happen. We wouldn't even have a hoverboard. Remember that Back to the Future episode 2? But jetpacks, it seems like we're actually getting there. That was a long intro. So thank you, Smear Campaign. Hey, for the recommendation. Guys, original link to the video, top of the description. Below that, link to the Discord. Click on it, sends you right over there. Would love to have you. More the merrier. Pull up a chair, my friend. They're nice over there. Not really. They're getting good. They're fine. And, yeah, just makes it easier for me to interact with you and stuff. Royal Marines jet suit boarding X. Look at the jet suit. And he... Think about how, like, I for a split second, I'm like, well, what practical use will this have in the military? And then I'm like, you idiot. Think about how amazingly important helicopters were when they were in, became a big military thing. We didn't have helicopters in World War II, did we? I don't think we did. If we did, they must have been, I think the Korean War was the first war to have really early helicopters. I'm not sure on that. But think about how big of a deal that was, that like you could go into areas where they didn't have a runway, go down, take away troops, deploy troops. Imagine, look how well he rides it. He's smiling, not worried at all. And he lands flawlessly. He lands better than Iron Man in Marvel movies. Like, he's not like, oh, I did it. He's like, yeah, I'm here. And I'm down. Let's do this. This makes me think, like, how long have they known about the military? How long has the military known about this and just didn't tell anyone until it's like they perfected it more and people can do this? And then what do they have now that we don't know about that they're testing? But imagine you could, like, mass produce these and get a bunch of soldiers and, like, they need to go into a place. They don't need a helicopter. They just fly in. Or imagine you need a medic. All right. Or just a platoon. Or I'm not good with numbers. What's a platoon versus a regiment or a... Man. He's like, that was my job. I got this. How tall that boat is. I'm like a child right now. I love it. Look at the thrust. I wonder if he fell into the water. Is that like $1 million down the drain or something? Or is I am just exceeds my expectations this video. I love how it's not like oh my god, look at this leaked video or this leaked military video. It's like oh, I'm going to land. He's just like puts down the ladder. Oh. I want to know the range. Screw you! Okay, I want to know, like, is this like the most trained guy in it, and most guys don't know how to fly that well, or are there enough guys that know how to do it like that to where you could use it in combat? And I want to know, what is the range on these things? I want to know if they can make the thrusters powerful enough to where they can make it into like a suit where they have super armor plating on, not something that has to stop like a rocket or something, all right? Not some Iron Man crazy space stuff, but enough that like they could go into a hostile area and take rifle shots, like ding ding or whatever, and just go into a place and just go. Like that scene in Iron Man 1 where there's those terrorists and then the Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. flies in and like everyone fires and nothing hits him and he just like hits all of them and then he lets the leader alive and then he just throws them to the people he was terrorizing. Woo, this made me excited. I haven't even been drinking coffee. This is pure me wanting that. Royal Navy. Do the Americans have it? Don't tell me America doesn't have it in the America jetpack military. This will crush my pride. Man, I love that. See you guys next time.